Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Because We Have Music. You know, Paul, it's been quite a while since we've been here and we've seen everyone.
Yes.
I think the last time we were together, I was Zooming from Leesburg because our new grandson
So it
was
was
just
just born.
born.
That's correct.
And so much has been going on, but we're so happy to be back with you this evening. It feels like old times to have you all back in our living room, and we have got amazing, amazing performers, musicians, songwriters to perform for you this evening. So just a little news on our front. Last week, Paul and I decided that it was time to do the deed.
We got married
We got married last week.
last Saturday.
Um,
So we have our wedding rings.
We do.
on
We
here.
have our wedding rings to prove it. And so life is good because we have music. There
That's
you
right.
go.
And because we have each other.
That's right. Because we have each other. So let me introduce you to Abigail Dowd. Abigail grew up in the longleaf pines of North Carolina and comes from a long, long line of musicians. Her latest album, Beautiful Day, was recorded live with full band and is a collection of full resilience, hope, and grit that American Songwriter magazine called a friendly reminder that life's blessings are happening in the here and now. Everyone, welcome Abigail. Hey, Abigail.
Hi, Abigail.
Hey, and congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you with us. So you've got all the sparkle thing happening. It's like so fantastic.
Yeah, I too. I figured we needed some stars. You guys have stars. We had the celestial theme, which I love. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're going to play for us tonight.
I'm going to start with the title track. You mentioned my new album, and it released April 23rd, and we're about to do a big full band release show here in Greensboro. But I thought for those who can't make it, we'll share some songs. I'll share some of the songs off the album. So I'm going to start with Beautiful Day, the title track, and then we'll see where it goes.
All right.
Great.
It's so nice to be here. I actually wrote this song while I was sitting on my neighbor's front porch. I was living with them. Our house had flooded. You know, actually, there is a Kid Pan Alley connection to this song that I just realized. I had written this song. I had started this song on a neighbor's front porch. Our house was flooding, and I wasn't able to live in our house. So I was living with neighbors, and then I went up to Midlothian, Virginia to teach with Paul. And in my hotel room, I had my guitar, and in the evenings, I would sit and I wrote at least one verse, if not the second and third verse of this in Midlothian, Virginia, while I was being inspired by an amazing group of middle school kids in Midlothian. So here we go. This is Beautiful Day. Outside of my window, it's a beautiful day. I ought to go out for a while, call up a friend or lean on a stranger. I could sure use a smile on this beautiful day. Beautiful day outside. Mama called this morning, but I didn't answer. I didn't have the heart to say that I've been feeling kinda lonely. Sometimes I get blue. Mamas try to make it all okay, 'cause they want every day to be a beautiful day. A beautiful day outside. Do you ever get lonely? Wonder how much farther you can go? And do you think that you're the only one who knows? Friend, I know. 'Cause I have seen the darkness and I've got shadows inside. But I hold on for the light, 'cause I have never known a sorrow that didn't make me stronger. And there's never been a day that the sun don't rise to bring a beautiful day. Beautiful day outside. Hold on, my friends. No one sees clearly in the dark. Even the longest nights, they're just the start of a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Oh, beautiful day outside. It's a pretty beautiful day on my computer screen right now, seeing all you guys. Thank you for tuning in and for having me. I'm going to turn it right back to you.
All right. Woo! I don't think we have sound effects normally, and for some reason, all of the applause. So everyone, wave your hands in the air. That's right. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. It's just my computer is overloaded today. Okay, that's enough. Standing ovation you just got there.
That's right.
Well deserved, Abigail.
There you go. What a beautiful,
Beautiful
day. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And it's always wonderful when you're on the road and writing with kids, because they can be so inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great experience. What you're doing with Ken Penn Alley it's just so nice to see kids get exposed to music, because seeing is believing. And when you see somebody show you that it's possible to do this music thing, it's very meaningful. We need it more than ever.
Yeah, we sure do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there have been so many, especially since COVID started, there have been so many incredible songs written about their experience during this particular time. It's been very inspiring to us. So inspiring that I think we're going to make a record of we are making a record of all those, of some of those COVID songs. We'll release a little probably in the fall.
Well,
Well,
it's time to introduce Robin and Linda Williams.
oh, my old friends, Robin and Linda.
So as live performers, they are second to none. Their touring concerts have even earned them a huge body of fans over the years. Gifted songwriters Robin and Linda have earned even a rare honor, the devotion and the deep respect of their musical peers.
What did she say?
The devotion and respect of all of your musical peers. As the Washington Post puts it, the Williamsons are able to sum up a life in a few details with moving completeness. Moving completeness. Wow, Paul.
I don't even know what that means, but
Well,
The
you know what?
Washington
They're going
Post
to
is
show us
writing
right
down
now.
to my
Hey,
level.
it's so good to see you, Linda. and Rob.
It's good to see you. You should just consider the source on something like that, Paul.
I think it was Stephen Holden. I mean, he was the one that wrote that.
That was New York Times.
Oh, that was New York Times.
No,
Oh, sorry, boy, that sounds like a little.
sounds like
Jeffrey Himes.
maybe
He
have no
wrote
idea.
for the Post for a long time.
Yeah,
I think
so-
that was Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I don't know. We thought it was really. We thought it was quotable. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we're glad to be with you guys. It's nice to.
We're not hearing you though, for some reason.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
You're live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are hearing you. So we're glad to be here. We got some songs picked up from old songs, new songs. No, this isn't from the new record, is it?
No, it's not.
It's from an old record. But anyhow,
But we thought it would be a good one to start with because it kind of sums up what we do, which is we're really rooted in old time country, folk music, and a little bluegrass. Well, this is what we like, a little rockabilly, a little roots music, But this is one that came from the Carter family, and it came because we went to the Country Music Hall of Fame and saw Maybell's guitar on display in the same case with Bill Monroe's mandolin, and it was just there was like the angels were singing. There was an aura from this glass case where these two storied instruments had been or were at that point. They're not there anymore. They took them away. But we were happened to be there and saw them, and we were. I started writing this song as we left Nashville.
Too much for just mere humans to take in.
Right. Called Monroe's guitar. No, Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin. I know this one. 2, 3. I saw silver-spangled cowboy hats and gold-plated Cadillacs at the Country Music Hall of Fame. The stuff that once was Willie's, Hanks and Webbs and Kitties, and all the stars they know by their first name. We know, but the one display that took my breath away. It was Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin, standing there together like they were next of kin. Old Gibsons from the past, side by side behind the glass. Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin. Bill found his in a barber shop, and he knew from the first chop he could make that F5 ring. And Miss Carter's fingers came alive when she played that big L5. Her hand looked like a threshing machine. Bill, fine and true, up in Kalamazoo, it was Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin, standing there together like they were next of kin. Lord Gibson's from the past, side by side behind the glass. Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin. Boy, well, they sure made a lot of noise with those old arch tops in their hands. Before the glamour and the glitz, they were making hits way back when the story first began. Before the nudie suits and the flashy cowboy boots, there was Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin, standing there together like they were next of kin. Lord Gibson's from the past, side by side behind the glass. Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin, standing there together like they were next of kin. Lord Gibson's from the past, side by side behind the glass. Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you so much.
Maybell's guitar and Monroe's mandolin.
Thanks, guys.
I love it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I got an idea. Why don't you guys sing one?
I need to sing one.
That is a great idea, old friend Robin.
We are. But I first have to give a shout out to dear friends, Tracy and John Jackman. They have already started what I'm getting ready to talk about. And that is they've made a very generous donation. This evening, this whole evening of music is definitely such a blessing. And we offer a tip jar for everyone that's in the Zoom room or watching on Facebook or any other way you might be watching the concert this evening. The actual tip jar is a way for you to say thank you. It's a way for you to show your applause. And the funds are divided amongst the performers that are performing this evening. So thank you for your generosity. Give generously. And thank you, Tracy and John. Thank you for starting us off and reminding me to do my job.
And Ryan put the address in the tip jar there, and I actually forgot. I'm going to turn on our, that should do it. There, it'll scroll across the bottom of the screen.
The bottom.
Okay.
So this first song, actually, Abigail was talking about the opportunity she had to go up. It was outside of Richmond to work with Paul. Mm-hmm. And this song actually came from Richmond, Paul, from Patrick Henry.
Oh, it did. So this is a song we were working with this school. It was the first charter school in Virginia. And one of the kids that the evening before found out that he had been adopted, and he didn't know he'd been adopted before. And so the whole class was talking about it. And so that's what we wrote this song about, was called I Think I Blinked. Beautiful, beautiful song. And we've recorded, I don't think we've released it yet, but we recorded it with our dear friend Billy Jonas singing it. And we will hopefully release it soon, because it's a beautiful, beautiful, song. I Think I Blinked.
I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. I think I blinked the found out what I always knew. The night you came into my room and sat upon my bed. It took a lot of courage to say the words you said. I'm not the mom you thought I was, not the one you were born to, but I'm the one who took you in. I'm the one who's always been here and there for you. I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. I think I blinked when I found out what I always knew. The night you came into my room and sat upon my bed. It took a lot of courage to say the words you've said. I waited for the perfect time, but perfect never comes. I hope that you're not mad at me, but no, my love is right on key, 'cause you and I are one. I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. I think I blinked when I found out what I always knew. The night you came into my room and sat upon my bed. It took a lot of courage for me to say the words I said. I've known it all along, that's why I wrote this song. I've seen the pictures on the wall, I didn't look like you at all. I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. I think I blinked when I found out what I always knew. The night you came into my room and sat upon my bed. It took a lot of courage for us to say the words we said. I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. Yes, I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. I think I blinked the day I learned the truth. Such a sweet song. Children, they just have this way of telling you everything.
It was
Sometimes
such-
things that maybe their parents don't want you to tell them.
It was such a beautiful scene, though. All the kids gathered around this child, and what was it, about third grade, maybe?
Yes.
Third graders, and were hugging him and giving him all the support. And then he started talking about, well, he kind of thought that he might be adopted because he didn't look like them. And we put all that into this song. It was very healing for us, and I think for all of the children in the room that day.
And I think this past year, there's been just so much healing going on because everything's been happening. And Abigail, when you sang your song, Beautiful Day, it was like, it's really opening up that energy because things are opening up again. It's like so exciting.
It is exciting, and that song is so beautiful. It's such a moving song. Kids are amazing.
Aren't
They really are.
Yeah, and I'm so glad things are opening up again because Rocky Mountain Song School, where I first met you,
That's right.
going to be happening this year. It didn't happen last year. I've been going there. I've been teaching there for almost 30 years. And, last year was the first year it didn't happen because of COVID. And so I'm so excited to be back in person, be back with all my old friends that I've been writing songs with there for almost 30 years now.
Wow. Song school's amazing. And of all the years, last year's one we really needed to gather by the river.
We did. We need the river.
We
Let
needed
it
to
wash
be in the
away all
river.
our virus.
Exactly.
You've changed my set list. I'm going to have to sing a song now that I wrote in the river sitting. I was skipping class. I now confess.
I hope you weren't skipping my class.
I wasn't skipping your class. I made it to your class and then I skipped all the others.
Audio options.
But we pitch our tent by the St. Vrain. I think that's a creek, but depends on how much rain there's been. Sometimes it feels more like a river. And there's these beautiful boulders, and I walked into the creek, and I had my iPhone balanced on my knee, and I hit record, and I was thinking about, that was a very brave thing to do. But it worked out okay. I was thinking about Vance Gilbert, who at the end of song school, it seems we all walk and we all gather in the river, and 120 some songwriters standing in a river together is moving enough, and then Vance Gilbert starts singing "Wade in the Water" and takes us all to church. So I think I was feeling all of it. But this is called River, and on my new album there's an instrumental introduction that is called St. Vrain, so you'll have to check it out on the album. But this is River. I've got something on my mind. I'm gonna give it to the river. I've got teardrops in my eyes. I'm gonna give them to the river. I've got stories in my bones that want to be told. Lay my burdens down, Lord, and let them go. River, wash me whole. Heaven ain't up and hell ain't below. My feet are tired, Lord, they're tired. Well, I'm gonna wash them in the river. My tongue is burning, it's on fire. I'm gonna fill my cup in the river, 'cause I've got stories in my bones that want to be told. Lay my burdens down, Lord, and let them go. River, wash me whole, 'cause heaven ain't up, hell ain't below. Gotta give a little, live with a little more love. What if heaven ain't waiting up above? What if it's right here, if you don't live your truth? Hell will come find you. got stories in my bones that want to be told. Lay my burdens down, Lord, and let them go. River, wash me whole, 'cause heaven ain't up, hell ain't below. Gotta give a little, live with a little more show, a little more love. Show the world what you came here made of. You gotta free your heart and follow your soul, 'cause heaven ain't up and hell ain't below. The best virtual applause I have heard during all of COVID. It makes the biggest difference. I love it.
I was wondering, you know, I was watching Colbert, and, you know, at first it wasn't very funny because no one was laughing.
That is so true. It doesn't work.
It doesn't quite work.
Jokes don't work with no laughter.
And the songs work less well without the applause. So we decided we would have standing ovations for the people we love to hear. Always a standing ovation for you, Abigail.
And we need to give a standing ovation to Pam. Pam, thank you so much for your wonderful, generous donation.
Yes, and Pam's going to be with us at Rocky Mountain Song School this year.
Absolutely. And
Pam's a teacher up in New Hampshire who we worked with virtually this winter. And we all fell in love with each other.
And we're so excited to see so many friends in the Zoom room. We're so glad that you're joining us this evening. It's just such a family time, you know. We all get together and gather. It's like gathering at the river, Abigail. And you're so right. That is just such a special place, and there's something special about that. The St. Vrain.
We gotta remember to look into the camera when we talk.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So I think we've got to swing back around.
Yeah.
I hope Robin and Linda, are you still with us?
Oh yeah.
What?
All right.
What'd you
We're
say?
here, listening to every word and know it. Very nice, Abigail. And
Hey, we got a song for you too here. This is a song that we wrote. We just passed
this was on
48 years of marital bliss, and so we were on our 48th anniversary trip. You know, we went up to Harper's Ferry on a Tuesday and Wednesday, but you know, we weren't thinking about our anniversary. What we were thinking about was the following Saturday, when Paul and Cheryl were getting married.
right.
And so that was what was on our minds, you know, on our anniversary. And I don't think, I hope you guys make 48 years. I would love to see you if you make 48 years.
To see me 48 years from
I'm
now.
not sure we'll be able to.
I'm
top
ugly
that.
enough as it is. I don't need another 48 years.
Well, as we say, there's never been a crossword,
Never.
never a harsh look.
that's
you know?
right. And
So-
of course, that's true. If I could cross both fingers, that's true as the driven snow.
You know, and
Linda,
But I did have an idea to write this whole song because we have been together for so long. We wrote. I started this song like we do with many songs. I start them and I get them to a point where I can get Robin interested in them, and then we kind of polish them up together, don't we, babe?
you know, there's a high bar, Linda. There's a high bar when it comes to our song, right?
Hey, look at this! Hey, look at this! No, I don't think so.
I love
I'll
your,
get him. I'll reel him in, you know. But
What'd you say, Paul?
I love your songs, and I can't get "Don't Let Me Go Home a Stranger."
oh yeah,
My an earworm for 40 years now.
I wish we'd known that. Could you sing that?
yeah, I guess so. I haven't sung it in a while. We could see.
Or maybe let us think about that. We got some other songs picked out, some newer songs, but
Well, because we have a new record.
and that's very professional, Linda. Very
I'm
professional of
sorry,
you.
but you know, yeah, we haven't recorded in 8 years, which is kind of odd for us.
Just
But,
slide it in there. Just
but the older you get, the faster time goes. So it didn't seem like 8 years, and all of a sudden it was.
You know, time for us is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes.
That's right.
So,
So with that in mind, we'll sing you what I think is one of the sweetest songs we may have ever written, about the endeavor of staying together. And so it's called the Old Lovers Waltz. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2.
there's a touch of the past in the old lover's waltz. You can't play it too fast, or the beauty is lost. Each note has a purpose, each beat has a pause. There's so much that goes into the old lover's waltz.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You learn how to follow, you learn how to lead. And when you're gliding with ease and stepping light, the old lover's waltz, you're doing it right. Now we're in A, right? It's not all laughter out there on the floor, but if it's true love you're after, you'll come back for more. For the pleasure is real and well worth the cost when you capture the feel of the old lover's waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You learn how to follow, you learn how to lead. And when you're gliding with ease and stepping light, the old lover's waltz, you're doing it right. Take us back down there now, Robin. And when you get to the end of the old lover's waltz, you'll be happy that you took the chance, and grateful you learned how to dance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You learn how to follow, you learn how to lead. And when you're gliding with ease and stepping light, the old lover's waltz, you're doing it right. And when you're gliding with ease and stepping light, the old lover's waltz, you're doing it right.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love a waltz. And you
Yeah.
know what? I
And
think
that was a good one.
I think
Thank
that
you.
all mothers waltz with their babies.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking as you were playing, holding our grandson Jackson and rocking him back and forth,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, and we've got another friend of ours named Jackson who's in the audience tonight, a great storyteller, musician, Jackson Gilman, is out there. And I just wanted to say something about time, because you got me thinking. Last week, we wrote this amazing song with the third graders at Dogwood Elementary in Fairfax. And it was about time, and goes, "Time, where are you? Time, what a great idea. Where can I find you? Now I really need you. Because if we didn't have time, would the sun know when to rise? Day, would it be night? Would anything exist without time?" It's pretty heavy for third graders, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys, it's hard to believe that Paul, I can remember we've known each other for almost 50 years. That's a tough one to take into account. But you guys have done a lot of great work over the years.
Well, likewise.
Okay, what do you say? You want to sing a song?
Sure. If you really
Time for
want,
you.
Is it time?
okay, well, we'll sing this song. Now, this is a song I wrote in memory of my late wife, Julie Portman. It's called There Used to Be Roses, and Cheryl's going to sing it.
It's all about time.
It's all about time.
And in our times, we have so many, it's such a great feeling to be able to love and to have
Yes.
loved many and to have been loved. So this is a great song that I think you wrote.
Mhm.
It's one of my favorites.
Well, thank you.
Okay. There used to be roses in this garden. There used to be lilies on the path we used to walk. But now they're just old memories, overrun with weeds and brambles. There used to be roses way back then, picking berries. You and I were young and carefree, tall grasses, sunlight dancing. We ran like children till we fell down laughing. So long ago, there used to be roses in this garden. There used to be lilies on the path we used to walk. But now they're just old memories, overrun with weeds and brambles. There used to be roses, clearing out the dusty attic, yellowed letters and your blue jacket, all that echoes, joy and sorrows. We loved each other like there was no tomorrow. So long ago, there used to be roses in this garden. There used to be lilies on the path we used to walk. But now they're just old memories, overrun with weeds and brambles. There used to be roses. There used to be roses. There used to be roses. Got to clear out those weeds and brambles. Place your photo where there used to be roses. And I know so many of you out there knew Julia. She was a big part of your life. And she's still a big part of a lot of things we do.
That's for sure. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for that.
I know.
And I probably wouldn't have been a very good husband for you if I hadn't been well trained.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. Well, I just want to give another shout out for our tip jar. We hope that as the evening progresses, you're enjoying the music, you're enjoying the Zoom room, and that you will make a donation to the artists performing tonight. And please, we ask that you give and give generously. While things are opening up, it's still been a long haul for many artists performing and being able to get together with their bands and record. It's just been a very unusual and unpredictable year. So
Sure has.
we have been so blessed this past year to be able to help so many artists, just even with the donations we've collected. So
Yeah.
we hope you will continue to give.
Well, and that's why we started the concert series. We started it just a couple of weeks after everything closed down with COVID. And we got thinking, well, what can we do to help our artist friends? Because we know all of them had all their gigs canceled. And well, we were fortunate because we had Kid Pan Alley, and it's music, but it's a parallel universe to the music business. And the kids needed us more than ever. But we also wanted to do something for our friends, our musician friends who've inspired us, guided us through all these years. And so we started this concert series, and we hope you'll help support them through this time and in appreciation for the wonderful music that they are giving you tonight.
So we're going to swing back around. Abigail, I know you have, with a new album, I mean, you must have like all kinds of songs that you're ready to share with us.
Yeah, I do. But oh, Cheryl, your voice is just so beautiful. It's so nice to finally get to hear you sing. And that's been the fun thing about all these Zoom concerts. And Robin and Linda, you know, the hardest thing about singing songwriter in the rounds for me is always being quiet and not singing harmony. But I am able to put myself on mute and just belt out and try to, like, it doesn't matter if I don't know all the words.
Exactly.
I'm loving singing harmony with you guys. So I'm going to know all the words by the time we get to do this in person for sure.
The mute button, great friend of freedom.
I'm going to stick with the theme of time. I like that theme. And before COVID hit and our house was flooding, I had to learn to take it one day at a time and one moment at a time. And one morning I was sitting at a stoplight, and most of the words for this song just kind of dropped in. And I love it when that happens. It doesn't always happen, but every once in a while. This is on the new album, and it got me through a lot of house flooding, but it also got me through COVID, so here we go. I wake up every morning and I take it one step at a time, and I face my days one breath at a time. We are all one together in this life that goes on and on, one moment at a time. Do we ever really know where we come from or where we're meant to be? Exactly where we're going? Are we ever really free? If I am you and you are me. can see is what is right in front of me. It's looking pretty nice right in front of me right now, even on Zoom. Thank you guys for joining us. I wake up every morning and I take it one step at a time. And I face my days one breath at a time. One step at a time. One breath at a time. One moment at a time. Woo! Thank you.
Oh my gosh, one moment at a time. I feel as though we've been doing that a lot, but I don't know. There's just an energy that's kind of swirling around right now, and it's almost like begging us to step out now, to step back into the world and take it one moment at a time. Enjoy family. You know, when we had the wedding, it was really the first time in almost a year and a half that our family had seen each other and been able to hug each other and be that normal, and one step at a time. We're going to get there.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, it was a wonderful day. We had some wonderful music. Someone who's like family to me, Issei Barnwell from Sweet Honey in the Rock sang, and Jen, who's here tonight, sang, our executive director, and our dear friend Stan, who's a conductor of the Washington Philharmonic, played the piano, and it was gorgeous.
Yep.
A lot of love.
It was a lot of love. But Abigail, your songs just, I mean, they, you know, I just feel like I'm traveling. If I like close my eyes, your music just kind of lifts me up and kind of takes me, you know, just allows me to just be free. It's so beautiful. So tell us about how can everyone get your album, you know?
Well, it's on all of the digital platforms, Spotify and all of those places. And then my website, abigaildowd.com. And I'm on Bandcamp. Those are the best ways to get, you know, the merch and buy the CD and the album art, which I think is pretty stunning, if I do say so myself. There's a friend of mine painted this incredible painting. She locked herself in a room with the album and she painted, and that's the actual physical CD. So there were a lot of people involved behind the scenes, which was fun. And I see all of these beautiful comments coming in. And Pam, my heart goes out to you and your friends and to all of you. Cheryl, that is just the highest compliment, to say that when you hear a song that it takes you somewhere else. And if we can find freedom in music, I think we're doing all right.
Well, make sure you put all that information in chat so that,
Yes.
because I think one of the great things about this concert series is that it gives members of our community a chance to be introduced to you, but also an opportunity for you to be introduced to more music lovers, and they'll love you.
Yeah, we have a number of people here tonight from our tiny community. We live in a county that's only about 6,500 people, and the biggest town is 124, I think. And we have a whole bunch of people from that town of 124, like Cliff Miller and our dear friend Gail Swift and Casey Dickman and a whole bunch of folks.
And Bruce and Susan.
Bruce and Susan Jones and who else is in here?
Oh, he's scrolling.
I'm scrolling.
But you know,
Okay.
since
Virginia Smith. And
yeah,
so we're so glad to have you all. And Bob and Pat are here.
so we're so glad you're with us tonight. And it sounds as though Robin and Linda, everybody's releasing new albums. So you've got to give us all of your information too.
Well, ours is coming. Ours is coming out. It'll be out at the end of July, we think. If at least that's the last we heard. But we actually, hey, just a second. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't go anywhere.
We've got
We're gonna get
we have actual product, And we are going to release we're going to do a pre-release sale to our mailing list. So
upside down.
If anybody wants to be on our mailing list and get the chance for the pre-release, it'll come out probably not that far from now. We're signing some and we're getting them to our web mistress, and you can go to robinandlinda.com, and there you can. So again, it's pre-released to the mailing list, so sign up if you want to, and
don't be bitterly disappointed.
And we'll tell you the name of the album. If we're going to get one more song, right? So we were saving the name of title song for the very end, because we feel like it's
a professional thing to do.
Well, it's just
at least that's
the
what
last time we sang it. We have been starting with it, and then the last time we sang it, which was actually for people, which was so exciting. It really worked. So,
I mean, this is not bad. This is great. This is
the best for this.
Right.
Anyway, I think the more we talk, the deeper we dig, right? But this is we lived for 42 years out in Augusta County, Virginia, out in the little, right outside the little village of Middlebrook.
The cultural, the intellectual mecca.
That's right, of Middlebrook, Virginia, and we moved into town in 2018, and that was 12 miles into Stanton, Virginia. That's or Staunton. If you're not from here, you would say Staunton, Virginia.
But we'll know you're not from here if you say Staunton.
Everyone will know you're not here. So if you come through, it's like aunt and aunt. You know, just think about saying aunt instead of aunt, Stanton instead of Staunton. So okay, that's enough about that. But anyway, we moved all the way to town.
It's enjoyable, Linda.
It's been great. We've had we love it here. We love it we live across from the library. We have nice neighbors. We have a little garden out back, and everybody walks down our little lane because it's hardly ever any traffic, and so it's almost like living away, but in town.
But there's a big but.
What's that?
We don't have the view that we
don't
had.
have the
and
view.
I will take it from here. We had we can look out our kitchen window or the side deck and look over to the Allegheny Mountains every day, all day long, and we do kind of miss that. And then going down to Southwest Virginia and being involved with all those people all those years, we came up with this tune here called "The Old Dark Hills."
The old, yeah.
These
old dark
These
hills.
old dark. I forgot the
I remember
SE,
that because
the
it
SE.
was also the name of the song and the name of the album that it's on, which is
Again.
available again at our website.
Again, very professional,
Thank you.
Linda. I say, see now this is Paul. This is what's going to happen with y'all. When one of you going to fill in there and be the professional one, okay?
We don't know which one of us is the professional one yet, but we're working on it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When day is done and the work is through,
Oh yeah.
I seek the old familiar view of those faithful confidants of stone. Truer friends I've never known. These old dark hills on which sore eyes can rest. These old dark hills, ridge after ridge to the west. I hear a wind from a distant time, blowing lonesome through the pine, from when the ancient wilderness was free of uninvited guests. These old dark hills on which sore eyes can rest. These old dark hills, ridge after ridge to the west. speak silently to me and hold my gaze lovingly. How I ever long to see these old dark hills on which sore eyes can rest. These old dark hills, ridge after ridge to the west, ridge after ridge to the west.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would you listen? Would you
All of a
listen?
sudden, there's a big auditorium somewhere.
Did you listen to that applause?
The roar of the crowd.
The song was so great, and we needed that
Oh,
applause.
man.
Although my computer's running really slow tonight, so I hit the button and it doesn't do it.
It's a little
kinda-
delayed.
It's like
That's all right. It makes us feel great, Paul.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Paul, Cheryl, don't tell Ryan, but we left the door open, okay?
Oh, we'll close it. Tell him we'll close it.
Tell Brian.
We're getting a little hot in here.
He's probably left the computer and he's back there drinking
He's
his
mad.
coffee. He's gone
He's
to
mad.
sleep or something.
I told those guys.
Ryan is making all this work, which we should recognize him. Ryan Benyo, who's been working with us for 7 or 8 years now.
He makes all the sound
He
happen.
makes all the sound happen. He's our recording
And when we mess it
engineer.
up, he helps us fix it.
Yep. And when I mess up, which is pretty much every day, Ryan straightens me out. He's a brilliant musician too. And it's such a joy to see you guys. I mean, I remember when we used to do shows together with Trapezoid and you guys in the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah. Those were the days, man. I tell you, there were some great bands out at that time. And we were playing as a duet at that time all the time. We didn't have a band really until the late, 80s or into the 90s. And isn't that right? Or is it like
Something like that.
something like that?
I'm
And we
not
went from 3 pieces, like we had a bass player for a long time. And then
We had a band?
we had a band. It's called Their Fine Group. Robert and Linda Williams and Their Fine Group, which is how we were introduced to the Grand Ole Opry one night when we were there. So we thought, well, that's good enough for the Grand Ole Opry. We'll keep that. But yeah, we those were great days, and I miss all those people. And the Trapezoid band was just such a great band.
It was one of the best. And I get the feeling that I look back on our lives and the friendships we made over the years, and I think of Abigail. Abigail and her musical life that she has ahead of her. And this it's really kind of fun. I wish I could see Abigail 50 years from now and to know what she will have been through.
Pretty and sweet as she is.
Yeah.
Right
Time.
now.
Time.
Time.
There you go. Time again.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
thank you guys.
Well, it gives me great honor to introduce our next performer because he happens to be sitting right here, right next to me. But I don't know, what can I say about Paul Reissler?
The less, the better, probably.
For a lot of folks that are out there, Paul started off as a luthier. He made instruments, and then with the band Trapezoid, got a record deal. The first gig,
Yes, think about that. A record deal at our first gig in 1975.
and then 25 years of touring, and a couple iterations of Trapezoid. But we still are blessed. Lorraine Dweezy, who lives right around the corner from us, comes over, and they get together and they play songs
That we used to play back in the
that
80s
you used to play
with
back
Robin and Linda.
That's right. That's right. But I think, from being in a band and traveling and songwriter and producer of so many records, I think your greatest gift has been what you've given to children.
Well, thank you,
And
Cheryl.
that is helping them find their voice through songwriting, through music. And I don't know, how many kids now?
I think it's somewhere around 70,000, although I ran out of fingers for counting them a long time ago.
But all of those children have been blessed with the opportunity to have a song, their song. And what a great legacy.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Zoom room and those out and beyond in Facebook land, I give you Paul Reissler.
Thank you, Cheryl, for that lovely introduction. So I was thinking, because, I've known Robin and Linda for almost 50 years, and we're getting all of us are kind of getting older, and we're forgetting things. And I thought I'd do this song, but before I do it, I just wanted to urge you all to read a little bit of the chat, because there are two very beautiful things in there. Our friend Pam Felber was writing about a friend of hers who passed away this last week. And also Storm was writing about a friend of his who passed away. And so I want to, if you can do a late filing fee for dedicating this song, There Used to Be Roses to your friends there. I would like to do that in retrospect. And right now I'd like to do a song about, I wrote, I think it was third graders in Nashville. And I said, what do you guys want to write about? And everybody's hand went up. And by the time I got around to calling on this one kid, he said, what do you want to write about? He says, well, I can't remember, I forgot. And I thought, well, what a great idea for a song. I can't remember, I forgot. And so we started talking about who forgets, and we talked about grandparents, and then they talked about me some. And then I told them this story that my late wife, Julie, was a playwright, actress, and director, a very fine one, who'd won Obies. And there was one play of hers called How Dad Created the World, where near the end of the play, she's having this really deep conversation with his father. And he grabs her hand, and all of a sudden he looks up at her and he says, well, tell me something. I feel a great love for you, but who are you? And Julie says, well, it's your daughter, Julie, Dad. And he goes, oh, yes, you sound and you look like a Portman. And so I told the kids that story, and that made it into this particular song. Now, I've been a musician my whole life, but I never sang until fairly recently. And this is the first song I ever sang on stage. And I wanted to be especially brave. I was doing In the Round with Issei Barnwell of Sweet Honey in the Rock and the great Kathy Mattea in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. And Issei was singing my songs, and I thought, it's always going to be easier after this if I sing between these two amazing singers right now. So I started this song, and well, Issei rolled on the floor laughing. She just thought my singing was the funniest thing she ever heard. And Kathy's over there weeping because her mother had just died from Alzheimer's. And so this song means a great deal to me, and I send it out to all my friends who have trouble remembering my name now. And this is on our Nashville Kid Pan Alley album. We did it with orchestra, and it was sung by the great Tommy Sims. I can't remember what I forgot, to brush my teeth, to change my socks. I know there's something I should have done, like send a card or call someone. Seems like I do this a lot. Oh, I can't remember, I forgot. Hello, what's your name? My grandson Willie. You don't say. You and your papa look the same, and I'm so glad you came by today. Well, I can't remember what I forgot, to brush my teeth, to change my socks. I know there's something I should have done, like send a card or call someone. Seems like I do this a lot. Oh, I can't remember, I forgot. Well, I don't have much to say. I don't know sports or the latest craze, but I know time is slipping away. And what happened to me? I'll try that whole verse again. See what happens when you forget things. I can't remember what I forgot. Hello. How does it go, Cheryl? Oh, I know time is slipping away, and I'm so glad you came by today. Well, my head is bald and my hearing's gone, my memory's shot, the days seem long, though sometimes I can't remember who. I'm glad you're here to help me through. Seems like you've been here a lot. You remember, yes, you remember. I forgot.
I'm here to remind you,
Yes,
honey.
I need that. Oh, man. Well, I guess I listened to the song too much.
No, oh my gosh, you got to worry when I start forgetting.
Well, I am going to worry then. One of us has to remember something, but fortunately, you're a young lady.
You remember a lot of things. I mean, when you think about the fact that you have written close to 3,000 songs, and all of those, not to mention all of the songs that you wrote in your professional career prior to that, it's amazing. I mean, in the evening time, Paul will be down here, he'll be playing and songs that.
And all of a sudden I'll stop because I can't remember what
No, that's not true. That's not true.
But it is. I remember Trapezoid used to tour with Holly Near, and Holly Near forgot a lot of words on songs at times. And she said, it's just I got to clear some of them out. My hard drive is full. Well, that was before hard drives. And leave some space for the new ones to come in. So I guess that's what I need to do. Little space for the new ones to come in.
All right.
Or else I need to put the words in front of
Let's swing around to the new ones. Abigail, I know that I don't know if you're that excited. Now, I can't hear through my headphones. Can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Great. Yes.
Here I am.
I'm not sure, 50 years from now, but it is exciting to think about the journey.
Yes.
What the future's going to hold.
It really is. And when I am 90 years old in 50 years, I hope that I am still playing guitar sitting on the front porch somewhere. And I hope there's some hologram way that I can tour and not have to leave the house. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'll have a teleprompter.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I need.
There you go.
Paul, I played this festival yesterday and I was so excited, after being cooped up at home, and we got to play this beautiful big stage, and we were the first band, and all these other great musicians were there who we'd never met before, and they're various stages in their career, and there's all these people, and we're just rocking it, and we get to this song fresh off our album, and we start grooving, and I'm looking at my husband, who I also play with, And I'm like, what are the words? What are the words? And he gives me the wrong words, and we're playing the wrong groove. We're not even playing the right song. And eventually I just stopped and said, guess what, y'all? We're human. We get to play this big stage, and we're also human. And it was just, it was very nice. It's the human moments are the best moments in concerts, I think, sometimes. And it was also really beautiful, Paul, to have an introduction of you. Because for those of us, I am no sprat chicken, but I like to pretend that I am. And I remember the first time that I met you, I wandered into one of your classes at song school, and you were talking about, language, and we were diving into this Bruce Springsteen song. I don't know if you remember that. Mm-hmm. And it was so nice to be able to, just like nerd out on lyrics and the words and the meaning of words. And as a songwriter, to like meet somebody else who can talk that way, it's such a gift. And being able to hear each other's stories is so meaningful, which is what I love about Kid Pan Alley is, those stories really matter, because when we share where we've come from, it shows other people that it's possible. Somebody else has been there too, or not. Maybe we're inventing something new. And this next song that I'm going to play, it's called Run. And one of the first times I performed it was actually at song school, the Wildflower Pavilion. And I had been reading about a book by Wade Davis, who's an anthropologist with National Geographic. And it's called Wayfinders. And at the beginning of the book, he talks about Polynesians, and he talks about indigenous languages and how endangered they are, and how many indigenous languages we use. And as a songwriter, I was haunted by not being able to pass on my stories. Can you imagine being the 90-year-old woman sitting on the front porch with her guitar, and nobody could understand the words or the stories that you were telling? And it really haunted me. And so I wrote this song. There's no one left where I come from. I can navigate the seas, the stars and waters speak to me, and the gods are on the run, run, run. They're on the run, 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 run. There's a halo around the moon, I know the rain is coming soon. There's gonna be a flood. Mother Earth looks to the sky, I hear her whisper, friend, goodbye. Let the water run, let it run, 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 run. Let it run, 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 run. Let it run, 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 run. And I call out to the ones who came before. Tell me, what can I do? And they say, daughter, our stories cannot help you anymore. No one can hear you. We've lost the language of the land. There's no woman, child, or man who knows where they come from. And we are running out of time to save this planet, humankind. Oh, where will you run? Where will you run, 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 run? When there's nowhere to run, run, run. You better run, 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 run. Better run, 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 run.
Wow. Amazing. There it
There
goes.
we go.
Delay.
Boy, that's really UN laughter, isn't it? Where, you have to wait for the translation.
That's all right. I'll take it. It feels so good to hear after all the silent concerts.
So I have a question. What happened? This is sort of the backstory, but what happened after your house flooded?
Oh, well, fortunately for me, before my whole music career, I had been on the town council of my hometown, and I had studied city planning when I was in college and anthropology, which is where my love for things like, that last song, stories, come from. But when our house flooded, it flooded 7 times, and I worked with the city and the stormwater manager and the mayor and knew how to speak the language, and they bought our house and demolished it. And they're going to turn the lot into a retention pond to hopefully save other houses. So we sort of sacrificed up our home and said, save our neighbors and get us out of here. And we are fortunately on higher ground. And right before COVID hit, we were able to move, and we have this beautiful dry house. So, sometimes those dark days lead us to better places. And that certainly was the case for us. We were really lucky.
Wow.
But the power of language and knowing vocabulary and how to talk to each other made a big difference.
But 7 times. I mean, talk about patience and perseverance and all of those things. Wow.
Yeah, it was good preparation for 2020.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. Linda.
Yes.
Ben.
Robin,
Now, your house has never flooded, has it?
No, but
We had the roof blow completely off the house one
but
time.
that was a really old house, and
it was a
we
really-
hadn't quite gotten to the rafters to stop the holes. And we were on tour, and a friend of ours called us and told us, we had a little roof problem.
Robin, you got a little roof problem. I said, yeah, I know. There's a little piece of tin up there. Maybe sometime you can go up there. He said, Robin, let me tell you the whole story. You don't have a roof.
Two
You
gaping
got 2 gaping upstairs
holes to the
facing the
sky.
heavens, he said. so,
And he was kind enough to. It was the first. We were on the first gig of about it. I don't know. It was a couple. We were playing a lot of colleges back then, and we would get these 6 and 8, week tours of areas. Like we go to the.
Anyhow,
Anyway,
right.
we were on the first. We were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Right.
and. We had the thought of coming home and scrapping our money. He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "This March, I'm a farmer. I don't have much else to do." He says, "I'll get your roof put back on for you." So I mean,
luckily we could-
there's a friend.
So luckily we could go and get the money that was needed to put the roof back on. So anyhow, no, but we've never flooded. Abigail,
We've never flooded.
We're thinking about you, girl.
Yeah.
We're thinking about you. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah. We had the wharf area of Stanton, Virginia, flooded 2 weekends apart last year with some of the torrential rain, and I mean it really, messed that area up to the fact where some of those businesses have not reopened, and so I mean we get it, but we're just up a little higher. Knock on wood, right now.
The Power of Water. There's a song
Power
titled
of Water,
The Power
yeah.
of Water. Hey, Paul, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Take your tuner off. What kind of guitar are you playing there?
oh, it's a Taylor.
A Taylor? Yeah. Boy, it sure sounds good, man. Sounds great. Now you can put it back on now. I mean, I just wanted to see the headstock. And Abigail, what are you playing?
She's playing a Taylor. I saw it. Yeah.
Yep, she's right. I'm playing a Taylor too, but I was dying to see that headstock on Paul's. I'm glad you asked.
Abigail, he must be somebody.
I'm starting to pick up on that.
Most of
Robin is playing. We happen to have a great guitar company right here in Stanton, Virginia, that just celebrated their 25th year, and he's playing a Huss and Dalton, Jeff Huss and Mark Dalton, and I'm playing a 1918 L1 Gibson. It's just a great little guitar, and we're going to sing you the title song of our recording, which also coincides with a lot of, a lot of hard times. It comes from reading some writings of Frederick Douglass, but it speaks to what we're going through, I think. Maybe not
Yeah,
quite.
speaks to today.
Speaks to today,
yeah.
too. It's called A Better Day A-Comin'. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I started, Jolene. I
Count
started.
it off, Linda. Count it off.
At the end of another hard day, I look out over the bay for a glimpse at liberty's light in those big broad billows of white. When I see those proud ships sail away, my soul takes flight, and my sad heart is filled with grace, and hope burns bright. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. Well, we'll all come running to the promised land. Well, I won't be praying for an early grave when there's no more masters and no more slaves. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. Don't speak now. Were you shrouded ghosts at sea, so free to plow the deep, while I'm kept and confined to a life that isn't mine? Will you move wherever you must be in the Maker's unfolding design? So one day may He deliver me from the whip and bands of iron. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. Well, we'll all come running to the promised land. Well, I won't be praying for an early grave when there's no more masters and no more slaves. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. If I could soar through the sky to your safe mast, I would fly from these captive shores, take wing to hear the winds of freedom sing. Well, I never no more question why ships so smoothly sail, or birds effortlessly glide on a strong, steady gale. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. Well, we'll all come running, yeah, we'll all come running to the promised land. Well, I won't be praying for an early grave when there's no more masters and no more slaves. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham. There's a better day a-comin', a better day a-comin', led by Father Abraham.
Yeah.
The crowd roars.
Oh, the crowd roared,
The
man.
crowd roars.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Right. There's a
Oh,
better day
beautiful
a
song.
coming. A better
There
day a
is.
coming.
And,
Wow.
although this is a pretty good day getting to play music with my old friends here.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Gail and Robin and Linda, would you, after we do this song, would you do one more round for us and close us out for the evening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
We'll try. We thought I went through the lyrics of "Don't Let Me Come Home a Stranger," and I think I can get through it. I hadn't sung it in a long time. But
Well, Paul set the precedent, and if you, it doesn't make that's the secret of show business. It doesn't make any difference whether you mess it up or not.
it's whether you finish the
whether
song.
you finish the
That's
song or
right.
not.
Oh,
So,
you got to get to the
We got to the finish line. We were in last place, but we got there.
Here you go. There are a lot of people out there rooting us on. I want to give a big shout out to those who have already made their donations. Storm, Jeff, Kathleen, Gail, Bill Stevens, Pat, and Bob. Thank you so much for your generosity.
You're not worthy.
We're not worthy. Thank you.
For those of you who are still just kind of hanging in with us and enjoying the music and singing your harmonies off to the side, we hope that you will take an opportunity. It's scrolling down at the bottom. You can make a donation
And
to the
it's in
tip
the
jar.
chat.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat too. It's
You got
everywhere.
it too as well.
But we hope you will make a donation. So, Paul, tell everyone. I mean, we had one of our concerts. Steve Suskin is with us,
That's right.
and I think this is a song that you wrote with him.
Steve and I wrote this together. We were at the Virginia Center for the Creative Arts for the last 30 years to write music. And I organized a group of about 5 or 6 songwriters down there. And I wrote this song, and it was right after I just met my son for the first time. It was from when I was 18, and my wife Julie was teaching one of her workshops. She used to teach these workshops about story and using life stories to create artistic works. And she was giving that workshop in our living room that day. And dear old friends of hers, Paul and Shirley, were there, and Paul was talking about being adopted. He was from Lithuania, and he was adopted by the wealthiest family in Lithuania, but treated very poorly, chained to his bed and things like that. Oh. And right after dinner, I went out to get the mail, and I came back, and they were still talking, and there was this envelope that didn't have a return address, but it said important on it, so I opened it up. And it was from Absent Parent Locator Service, telling me that my son was trying to contact me. And well, it just couldn't have happened at a more wonderful time. I was just about ready to leave for a tour of California. So when I got back, he came down and visited us. And it was a wonderful experience because Julie and I never had children. And so this is a song, right after that, Steve and I were at the artist colony, and Steve says, "What's going on for you?" And I told him the story about meeting my son, also named Steve. And we wrote this song called I Want to Know. Let's see if oops, where is it? Give me just a second here.
There it is.
There we go. And this is on a record I made with, I had a band with Howard Levy of the Flecktones and a bunch of wonderful musicians, Amy Speece and Joe Craven, and this is from that record. The record's called At Night the Roses Tango by 1,000 Questions. Was that professional, Robin?
"31 years ago, a woman gave birth to a girl with a crooked smile. For whatever reason, she couldn't keep me, so 2 kind people raised me wild. All of my life I've wondered where she is, who she is. Brothers and sisters, what I wouldn't give. I want to know where my eyes come from. I want to hear that familiar voice. Such a lonely place and never see the face of the woman whose blood runs through my veins, if only to say hello. I want to know. I stare in the mirror, I search every smile, I see you in my dreams. You're always a mother who longs for her child, like the redbud aches for spring. What were the circumstances? A brief affair, a story of sorrow. Why did you choose to let me go? I wanna know where my eyes come from. I wanna hear that familiar voice. Such a lonely place to never see the face of the woman whose blood runs through my veins, to finally say hello. I wanna know. Sitting here in this hotel lobby, oh my God, it's almost time. There you are, standing right before me. I wanna know where my eyes come from. I wanna hear that familiar voice. Such a lonely place to never see the face of the woman whose blood runs through my veins, to finally say hello. I wanna know.
Thank you.
Whew. It's a beautiful song.
Thanks. Yeah, this seemed to be our songs about adoption today.
I know. I didn't realize that we sort of had a theme going.
Yeah, I didn't either until I just
until we
finished that
did all
song.
these songs.
Okay.
Oh, but it just goes to show you, sometimes we're able to say the things that are most deep and most touching to our hearts when we sing them.
Yes, exactly.
And also sometimes it's a way to let things out, to be able to look at our lives and be able to and feel good about everything that we've done in our lives, All right, we're going to swing back around. We're going to close this out with our two guest our guest artists. Actually, it's three guest artists, but two groups. So Abigail, what are you going to do for us that's going to help take us home?
First of all, that was such a beautiful song. And shout out to Steve Seskin.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to do a song called Diamond because I wrote this. I got married about 3 years ago, and my husband's parents are from Wise County, Virginia, and we keep talking about Virginia and that area in the mountains. We were on our way there, and I think that coal mining country, both of his grandfathers were coal miners, just crept into this song. And I had just taken a songwriting class at the Rocky Mountain Song School with Steve Poltz, and he said, you just gotta do it. You just gotta sing and make songwriting fun. And so I just let this song just pour out. Thank you guys so much for having me. This is so nice. I used to know all the answers to all the questions weighing on my soul. I I used to call out for someone up above. I never heard a word, so I gave up. Sometimes I feel like a diamond clear as the light. Sometimes I feel like a miner left behind in the dark. Nobody told me that I could believe in a divine that lives within me. Oh, you know it takes time to bury it with your mind. It takes even more time to let it shine. Sometimes I feel like a diamond clear as the light. But sometimes I feel like a miner left behind in the dark. So I called out just to see if anyone, oh, if they would answer me. And I heard that sweet voice call from deep down inside, saying I've been here all this time to tell you that you're already home. You're already home. Already home. Sometimes I feel like a diamond clear as the light. But sometimes I feel like a miner that's been left behind in the dark. I used to know all the answers.
Woo!
Thank you.
Abigail Dowd, everybody. Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much. This has been such a treat. This is the way Sunday evenings should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Filled
what a
with
treat
music.
for us to get to hear you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And hang around because after Robert and Linda take us home, there's a few credits that I think play.
Yes.
And
then we all get together and we'll hang out for 5 or 10 minutes
in the Zoom room.
In the Zoom room, and you can heckle us old folks and do whatever you like. But we'd love to talk with you. A lot of our friends are out here in the airwaves, and also a lot of new people we haven't met. We'd love to meet you. So,
All right, Robin and
Like I
Linda,
All right, Cheryl.
take us home, baby.
You can sing along on this one here.
All right.
So we had a great
Well,
time. It's a
maybe
really
you
great
can
time. Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you
you guys.
so much.
And-
Yes, thanks for thinking of us, and thanks to Ryan for the great, easy. Well, I mean, it was easy because of him. Sound check that we did with him, and for all his good work. And great to see Allison, and great to see you guys. It's been too long. How are you guys here? Don't let me come home a stranger. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I walked out one evening to breathe the air and soothe my mind. I thought of friends and the home I had and all the things I left behind. A silent star shone on me. My eyes sought the far horizon, as if to pierce this veil of time and escape this earthly prison. Oh, will there come a time when the memories fade and pass on with the long, long years, when the skies no longer binds? Lord, save me from this darkest fear. Don't let me come home a stranger. I couldn't stand to be a stranger. In this place so far from home, they know my name, but they don't know me. They hear my voice, they see my face, but they can lay no claim on me. Oh, will there come a time when the memories fade and pass on with the long, long years, when the ties no longer bind? Lord, save me from this darkest fear. Don't let me come home a stranger. I couldn't stand to be a stranger. And as I walk this universe, I free my mind of time and space. I wander through the galaxies, but never do I find my place. Oh, will there come a time when the memories fade and pass on with the long, long years, when the ties no longer bind? Lord, save me from this darkest fear. Let me come home a stranger. I couldn't stand to be a stranger. Ending of some kind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
Oh man. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a lovely song, and
I love that song. And oops, what just happened there? Okay, it's not what I meant to do, but let me get back here. What a beautiful song. Very touching. And now looks like we have two themes for the night, remembering and adoption. And the best theme for the night is getting together with old friends and hearing their songs, hearing their music, and being moved by those songs. So thank you so much, Abigail and Robin and Linda, for your music tonight, your
it's our
friendship.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, we've got a couple of questions for our audience here. If you wouldn't mind putting in the chat where you heard about this, if you've been coming for a while, just say, oh, I already know, because we want to know, how we can reach people the most effectively. And also we want to tell you a couple of things. One is that our dear friends over at In Your Ear Studios in Richmond, Virginia, which is one of the nicest studios in the East, they have a concert series every Tuesday night. And they do the most incredible tech. It's like 5 cameras and studio sound and a recording engineer running it. And I stand in awe. But this is what they're having this week, a band called Space Koi. And it's going to be wild, I can tell from their picture there. And then our next concert is on
July 11th.
July 11th with the fabulous Neils, the Kennedys, and now the Reislers. So it's a concert of all couples there. And Marissa, the Neils are just amazing singers. And right now we're hearing Pete and Maura Kennedy. Now Pete's another old friend. He used to be my go-to guitarist for some albums I produced in D.C. He played on about a dozen McCutcheon albums I did and a bunch of other albums that I produced. Amazing guitar player, plays Mary Chapin Carpenter.
Oh no, Chamber.
A whole bunch of people. So, anyway, we hope you'll join us on the 11th. During the summer, we're just doing things about once a month, and we'll see how things shake out in the fall. And then we have a couple of end credits here. And after that, we're going to just open the room up and feel free to hang out with us.
Angels. They told me to sing and dance, though I never see them. I talk with them whenever I can. I feel them taking my hand. Angels on parade, whispering, we love you. Angels on parade, marching with me and you. I got a message from the angels. They told me to love my friends, to be kind and gentle. They called me by my name, and that I can't.
Okay.
All right, it's time to unmute everybody.
Yes, and love to talk with you. I'm going to just stop the